Hello, students. It's Mrs. Janney, and today we're going to talk about an Asian artist, Hokusai is his last name, and he's very famous for a woodblock print that a lot of people refer to as the Great Wave. Now, who was Hokusai? Well, Katsushika Hokusai was born in 1760, and he lived until 1849. And he was a Japanese artist of the Edo period. And Edo is now the city of Tokyo in Japan. And in his time, he was Japan's leading expert on Chinese painting. He is best known as author of, or the creator of a woodblock print series, 36 Views of Mount Fuji from 1831. And it includes the famous print of the officially titled The Great Wave off Kanagawa. Now this is the woodblock print. And you can see this back here is Mount Fuji. And these are supply boats that have gone to deliver fish. And they're coming back with their boats empty. And it looks like they're being attacked by this huge wave reaching over. Now, in class, we are going to watch this cartoon about Hokusai. It comes from the channel Art with Maddie and Dada. I have written or typed out the full link. If you type that into your bar at the top, it will go to the video at YouTube and you can watch this. And it gives a lot of great information for kids and geared towards kids to help you understand who this artist was and how he worked. Another video that we will watch in class is this one, and it's a short, maybe 1 minute and 20 seconds video from a museum. And a lady will tell you about the actual painting and give you some insight into the actual painting and its meaning. And again, the website, you can copy and paste this into your search bar at the top, and it should pull up this video on YouTube. Now we're gonna, after we watch these two videos and learn a little bit more about the artist, then we're going to do our own version of a great wave. So let's get started on that.
Hi kids, it's Mrs. Janney. We're going to talk a little bit more about this painting here, this woodblock print that I have a copy of here for you to look at, painted by Hokusai. Remember, we just finished talking about him, and we're going to do kind of a recreation of this shape of the wave. We want to paint the waves. So let's take a look at our background first, because we have to start from the back and work our way forward. Excuse me. So you can see this gray tone back in here, the dark gray and the light gray. It's kind of like a fog in behind Mount Fuji here. It almost looks like there's a storm coming from that way. So we're going to mimic or recreate that same look in our picture. I'm going to put that up out of my way there. So you're going to get a sheet of construction paper, probably blue or purple, whatever I happen to have. And I'm going to start by giving you a piece of chalk. Now, if you don't have chalk at home and you're doing this at home with us, sidewalk chalk will work. It's the same kind of thing. Or you can use crayons as well. It will work the same way. So we're going to turn our chalk on its side. We're not going to hold it like a pencil and draw with it. We're just going to use it to shade in an area. So down towards the bottom portion of your page, we're going to leave a little space, about an inch or so. We're going to take our chalk on its side like this, and we're going to shade it in. Kind of a stripe across the middle. Notice I'm going in circles. I'm not pressing really hard, but just giving that look of some foggy looking clouds in the background. Now I'm going to add another color on top of that because in the picture, okay, it gets lighter as it goes up. So next I'm going to give you a purple. And it might be a light purple or a dark purple, doesn't matter. Again, lay it on its side like this and along the top of that gray. Just lightly, I'm not pressing down, just dragging it across the page. Now, where the two meet, you can take your fingers and kind of blend the color together. So that gives our foggy appearance in my background. Okay. Now, we're done with the chalk. Now we're going to add our paint. So let's take a look at the waves, how they curve up and up, okay? So they're going to have sweeping motions that move upward, okay? So I'm going to take my brush, and you'll get a tray of blue and white paint. You could do the same kind of thing, again, with crayon if you don't have paint at home. It'll still work. You'll just draw darker and color darker with your blue and your white on colored paper. I'm going to take the blue first. I'm going to follow that sweeping motion down here across the bottom, sweeping upward across the page. And you can layer these. Some can be taller, some can be shorter. And keep layering those waves across the bottom of your page. You can have some come up and curve over if you want to. Now, I want to add that big wave in the top. So I'm going to take my blue paint and I'm going to make a large letter C right here. Comes down and connects to my other waves. And you just keep adding to it, widening it out. More of that letter C curving in. Alright, so we've got that white. Now, that blue. Now we're going to start with some white. I don't want to mix it into my white. I just want to dip into my white. And since you're going to get your own paint at the table, you don't have to worry about getting a little blue in there. And we're going to streak this through our blue. And you can see where we're streaking this. It's going to kind of mix and give you another blue color, kind of a little bit lighter than we had before. Remember, don't mix it all together. You can even come up through your wave here. Streaking it across. I'm going to go in and add some more blue on top of that. Keep layering your waves. Look at how active that ocean looks. It's giving that illusion that those waves are moving a lot, just like in Hokusai's painting. All that movement that he shows in his work, we're adding that movement into our waves. Now, one important thing that Hokusai has here is you can see the white top of the water here, because that ocean is so rough and moving along so coarsely. You can see the foam, the white foam on the top of the waves there. It's splashing all over. So we're going to add that white on the top of ours. So you want to wash your brush, dip that down in, clean your brush pretty good, okay? Now, you can even dry it on a paper towel if you need to. We're going to dip in the pure white with a clean brush, and you're going to tap, tap, tap along the top of your wave. You can even add a little bit here across the bottom. Anywhere you think you would have foam, tap it into that wave there. You can tap some into your ocean. Add that foaming color there. much it. Isn't that neat? I love painting waves. That's a lot of fun. Now, all you're going to do is put this on a mat and slide it into the drying rack and allow that to dry. Our painting is finished. I hope you enjoy this, and happy art making.